What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. You guys can call me Swifterrs, and today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new Infinite Warfare Zombies video. Today, I wanted to go ahead and take the time to recap all of the information that we currently have about the upcoming Rave in the Redwoods DLC 1 Zombies map. Now, unfortunately, at this time, not a ton of information is known about the map. However, we're very hopeful to be receiving an official trailer or possibly an introduction cutscene for the DLC 1 map soon enough, considering it comes out in 1 month on January 31st, which is actually my birthday, so that's pretty cool. As I said, not much information is currently known. However, we do have a little bit of information about Rave in the Redwoods from the official Sabotage multiplayer DLC 1 trailer, alongside the map description that can be found on the Call of Duty website. As I said, today's video is just going to be recapping all of the information that we currently have. But before I do get started, please be sure to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys are most excited about for Rave in the Redwoods, whether that's the progression of the storyline, finding out the Easter egg, maybe some potential new perks or weapons. As I said, let me know in the comment section below. So with all of that being said, let's get started with today's video, taking a look at all of the information that we currently have about DLC 1. Alright guys, so of course, Rave in the Redwoods is a continuation of our Infinite Warfare Zombies experience. The macabre narrative continues while transporting our characters into a new decade, the 1990s, whereas Zombies in Spaceland was in the 1980s. Willard Wyler, the enigmatic movie director villain, returns and has trapped the protagonist inside another one of his twisted horror films. The 4 playable characters from the original story also return, but with fresh, over-the-top roles, as they learn about Wyler's evil plot while fighting all new varieties of the undead in an abandoned lakeside summer camp where zombie ravers have taken over and turned the grounds into a techno-fueled illusion. Rave in the Redwoods is a tense, spooky thrill ride with shocking twists, surprises, and a slew of new Easter eggs for players to discover. So, for those of you who don't know, Lee Ross, the zombie director over at Infinity Ward, has stressed how spooky and scary Rave in the Redwoods is supposed to be. Supposedly, there's a foreboding vibe of evil lurking around every corner. The corridors within Rave in the Redwoods are supposed to be small, tight, and narrow, because in Zombies in Spaceland, the map was pretty big. There were open corridors and large areas to run around in. It was bright, there were lights everywhere. However, within Rave in the Redwoods, our map is dark, our map is creepy. There is supposed to be fear within our map until power is restored, and then all of a sudden the lights return. So I wanted to go ahead and recap some of the information that I briefly touched on, and I also wanted to present some new information to you guys about DLC 1. Of course, Rave in the Redwoods does take place in the 1990s. It's a horror film brought to life, and after getting sucked out of Zombies in Spaceland, the 4 characters appear in a cabin, and they then realize that they're now in the 1990s after coming from Zombies in Spaceland, which was in the 1980s. So our characters find out that they're in an abandoned camp that has been taken over by people who rave, and these people are throwing an all-night rave party in the woods. As I mentioned earlier, there is a dark and foreboding, spooky vibe to the map, but the world comes alive once power is turned on. Now, there are also brand new Fate and Fortune cards coming to Rave in the Redwoods and DLC 1. We don't have a lot of information about those Fate and Fortune cards right now. Hopefully we do receive that information in a couple of weeks. Now, it's unclear as to whether or not these Fate and Fortune cards will be available in previous zombie maps, being Zombies in Spaceland, but only time will tell. Not only that, but we also have some brand new weapons coming to Rave in the Redwoods. Within our Sabotage multiplayer DLC trailer, we can see some brand new melee weapons. We've got a golf club. This appears to be a machete. We've got a baseball bat with nails in it, and the slash and burn axe from Zombies in Spaceland appears to be a little bit different as well. Now, alongside the new weapons and the new Fate and Fortune cards, which we don't have a lot of information about at this time, we're also going to be getting new traps within Rave in the Redwoods to kill the zombies. And regarding our characters are getting a complete wardrobe change, which means they're not going to be wearing the same attire that they were wearing within Spaceland. I'm assuming our characters are going to be wearing 1990s themed clothes. And finally, we're actually going to be getting a brand new character within this DLC. As you guys recall, within Spaceland, we had David Hasselhoff who played the DJ, but within Rave in the Redwoods, we have a character known as the Slasher. Now, as of now, we don't know if the Slasher is good, we don't know if the Slasher is evil. Maybe he'll help us throughout our endeavors within Rave in the Redwoods. We don't exactly know. I'm very excited to see how the Slasher plays out in Rave in the Redwoods, and I'm also excited to honestly just play the map and progress our storyline through the Easter eggs. But as I said, I just wanted to go ahead and take the time to present all of the information that we currently have about DLC 1 to you guys. The map comes out in 1 month, so that's very exciting. We're hopefully going to be receiving some new information, including a trailer and potentially an introduction cutscene very, very soon. I'll be sure to bring all of that information to you guys here on my channel, so please be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new, or subscribe to stay up to date with all of the latest and the greatest Infinite Warfare Zombies information, tutorials, and Easter eggs. So, as I mentioned earlier, please be sure to let me know in the comment section below what you guys are most excited about to come to Rave in the Redwoods. With all of that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys in the next one.